Medeco has been making high-security locks right here in Roanoke County since 1968. Let's go inside and learn more about how they're made and about the wide variety of career paths the industry offers. What started out as a small tool and die shop has grown to employ nearly 300 people in a wide variety of specialties. I met with Medeco President Joey Kingma to see what it was all about.
We're a bit of a hidden gem here in the Valley. A lot of people drive by and really don't know what we do, but we design and manufacture high security locking devices that secure some of the most secure things in the country. So customers, the obvious ones, commercial customers, retail, banking, but even government, very high profile government, many buildings you'd be familiar with, as well as critical infrastructure. And all that's produced right here in our plant.
Kingma introduced me to a few of the thousands of lock types produced in Roanoke County and how Medeco stays at the forefront of technology through innovation and engineering.
We have 3,000 different shapes of cylinder that fit into this hardware. Each one of them shares a few similar attributes. They're all either patented or high security. The reason that's important is if it's not a patented key, people can duplicate it. So you'll love the convenience of going to our home center and getting a key copied, but what if you don't want that key to be copied? And that's what we offer. And then the high end of that offers pick and drill resistance, so they can attack or withstand very harsh attacks with modern tools, which keeps bad guys out.
After putting on my safety glasses, I went to the manufacturing floor with Russ Johnson, the Director of Operations.
So I am going to take you guys through what it is that we do here at Medeco to make a lock. This bar is made of brass and loaded into this machine. The features that we see here all have to be exact when it comes to the factory.
For young professionals or individuals transferring from other careers, there are plenty of entry-level opportunities at Medeco.
So we have people that come from the high school. We have a couple of jobs every year that where we get apprentices. We have temporary workers that we will hire in, and we get some time with that employee, and if they really work out and they like what they're doing and they see opportunity here, we'll take them on full-time after a certain period of time.
The assembly floor is a common starting place for employment.
Assembling the locks, you can learn this pretty quickly, and you don't need any training to come in here or any kind of special degree to come in here and do that. We'll teach you how to do it.
So you have to get a key to match the order. Make sure the face is right. Put the spring on, like that. And this is what you call a slider.
They're so small. Is that difficult to work with the?
No, not at all. You'll slide this in here, let go.
This is a hand pinning station, and these pins have to be put in a certain way or they're not going to work at all.
Promotion paths for high-performing employees at Medeco include functions such as leads and quality control.
Most of our quality techs actually come from assembly. In fact, we have one quality tech who started in plating, where we plate the materials, and he moved into machine operator, and then he moved into key saw operator, which is also a machine operator, and now he's a quality tech. Jackie, how long have you been with us?
27 years.
27 years. Show me what you're doing right now.
Right now, I'm turning the lock, checking it, make sure it turns freely, make sure there's no end play, make sure the plating is right before we send it to the customer.
We do as much as we can to make sure that the employees see that we care about them. Not just talk to them about how much we care. Actually come out here, talk to them. I'm constantly out on the floor asking them, how is your day? How's the quality going? In fact, Veronica here, you started as a temp, and you've moved up to being a lead. How did they know that you would be such a great lead and coordinator? You're good. You just picked up on it quick, right?
I picked up quick. I'm a quick learner. I just scan this order in right here, and I have to take it to put it over there on the rack.
But with hundreds of specialized machines and pieces of equipment, someone has to keep them running.
If you come in to be a machinist, now that's going to require some sort of background. A machinist is going to be operating these complex CNC machines, and they're going to be able to change over the computer programs in them, change over the tools that are inside of there, calibrate the machine. Definitely something you're going to need to have training for. However, if you want to come in here and be a machine operator, much like what our friend Charlie does, you can be trained to do that. You don't need a special degree, but a machine operator is a little different than a machinist. So the keyway is basically what allows us to stick the key into the lock. So all that labyrinth right there is created on this machine that you run here.
Ever since I found out this place existed, I've been trying to come here. Finally got the job here, and I mean, it's great. This is the best job I've ever had.
We have opportunity for people to be reimbursed for college. So if you want to do night classes and you're on first shift, or you're on third shift and you want to do day classes, this is the possibility with Asa Abloy. Our company will pay for that.
Did I hear you telling Charlie that there's some Virginia Western college programs offered by Medeco?
Absolutely. So we have worked with Virginia Western to try and create a program where we can make sure that all of the machine operators and machinists are going through a common core class and getting checked off every year.
The secret sauce at Medeco is the tool-making shop, where new equipment and technologies are often designed in-house.
This part of the factory here really is the DNA of what Medeco started as.
Okay.
This is the dream works, so to speak, where a guy come up with an idea to make a new kind of lock. And he was basically working on machines like this, and he just figured it out. And so the tool room back here literally figures it out. So we've got machines like this here, right? They still work great. They still do their job wonderful. But we also have machines like this back here. We designed and built our own machines to do something special that nobody else does. And I have 46 of those.
I'm a tool maker, so we do replacement parts for machines or parts to sell or modify parts.
This is a good example, right?
Right now, so we have
We're trying to make a fixture to hold
a machine that sands thousands and thousands of these little caps, right?
Yeah.
So the robot arm picks up these and puts it on a sanding belt and then drops it somewhere else. We're able to make things that, you know, a little more advanced with technology, robotics, programming, things like that. And when they wear out or get redesigned, we're the ones that make them or replace them.
You came here from the teaching background, and you still do a little bit of that as well, right? Tell me a little bit about how you feel about working here and why you enjoy it.
It's a great place to work. People do say we have a family atmosphere, and it seems to be so. I've been here almost 3 years.
So this is a tumbler pin that we make on our machines back in the back there. And this tumbler pin is going to get a steel rod inserted down the middle of that. So we designed this machine to do just that.
Engineer positions at Medeco not only develop some of the proprietary technologies and innovations in lock design, but also maximize efficiency at the plant. One example is the waste recycling program.
We have engineering positions, which is a degree position. You are going to need to have a 4-year degree in engineering in order to be able to fill that role. So here at Medeco, nothing leaves the factory as far as water is concerned unless it comes out of a toilet or a sink. All other water that we're using for our process goes through a water filtration system, and then it gets boiled off, and the steam goes into the atmosphere, and the rest of the hard stuff stays with us, and we'll ship that out. The same thing happens with our scrap. These are the chips that come off of the process of us making our lock parts. So these are brass chips, and we process these and sell it back to our supplier. And the dryer, you can see we've got a pump down in the bottom where it spins everything out, and it comes out nice and clean. And what's important about that is the cleaner it comes out, the more money I get for it. So this process paid for itself very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And we ship about 40,000 pounds of this every month. This right here is a homemade process that we created to recondition the oils that we use inside the machine. But if you look here, you'll see a kind of a green, hazy, kind of gross.
Yeah.
What it should look like is that over there.
Wow.
And this is just oils, greases, particles from the brass, So instead of pulling out 2 barrels of coolant out of a machine, shipping it out, and then putting 2 brand new barrels of coolant, we're actually using maybe a quarter, not even a quarter of a barrel for all of the 5 or 6 or 7 machines, because we're reclaiming all of this coolant once again.
No matter what your starting point for employment at Medeco, Russ tells me there are some traits hiring managers are looking for.
What do you think that they need to know before coming to work here?
What's most important about coming in here is fitting into the team. I want people who are hungry, humble, and smart. It's extremely important to me that our factory respects everyone. And that's not just saying, oh, we got to respect everybody. I genuinely mean that. If you come in here and you're having a rough day at home, the last thing I want you worried about is having a rough day at work. At the very least, I want you to come into work and know that you're safe, you're respected, and you're compensated as well as the company possibly can compensate you. And we work really, really hard to grow this business so that we can give back to the community here at Roanoke. So it's extremely important to me that they know that coming in the door.
We are manufacturing! Thanks for coming along on this Industry Insight Tour of Medeco. It's amazing, all these great manufacturing jobs right here in Roanoke County.